I want you to listen to this. I have been in Russia for years now. And if I want to be very honest with you, I will tell you that the greatest ally or the only country in this whole world that the people of Ukraine and Volodymyr Zelensky should make their best friend, their greatest ally is Russia. Now, with all what he is saying that he is looking for security guarantee, he is looking for freedom, he is looking for this, without Russia, it is never possible. Even if he runs to America, he runs to Europe, yes, they will come to the table, make an agreement and everything. But if their relationship with Russia is not strong, everything is worthless. I'll be very honest with you. So with all what he is saying, going around and say that Russians are after them, they're after their peace, they're after their life. I am not saying this because I am in Russia. I am saying this because I have a little knowledge on the history of Russia, the history of the Soviet Union, and of course, the history of the Kievan Rus. I mean, the history of how Ukraine and Russia are really related, you know. And Russian people, Ukraine can only relate well with Russians. Let me tell you this. They can only relate better and well with Russians because most Ukrainians can, of course, speak Russian. And they can understand Russian. You understand? I'm not against the fact that, yes, Ukraine, they want their sovereignty, they want their peace and security. It is okay, it is correct. But there is one thing I want Volodymyr Zelensky, if he has the opportunity to watch this video, to listen to, is that the West is never reliable. Hey, you people know what I'm saying. All of you know what I'm saying. It is something one cannot deny. It is factual. You know what I'm saying. If Volodymyr Zelensky wants peace, as he is saying, he wants security for the people of Ukraine, for his country, then he has to run to Russia. Because only Russia can give them that peace and security they want. And honestly speaking, I will tell you, Russia is one of the most powerful nations in this world. You all know this. You all know what I'm saying. This is something you cannot deny. I have been in Russia since the inception of this conflict in Ukraine. And I know what I'm saying. Do you know how many sanctions were imposed on Russia? And Russia's economy continues to flourish. You understand? But most of you will come to the comment section and say all kind of things. But I'll tell you this. If there is any country in this whole world that Ukraine should run to for security guarantee and peace, then that country has to be Russia. Because it is only Russia that the people of Ukraine and Ukraine as a country can relate to well. You will not understand what I'm saying, but after the peace deal, you will understand better what I'm saying. And I want you to save this video and share this video with somebody so that tomorrow, when they shall have made that peace agreement, you come and watch this video again, you have to say thank you.
I think this guy made a very reasonable point here. But before I say what I want to say, I want you to also listen to this.
Absolutely backed each other up, and that's
Could you take on Russia by yourselves?
Well,
now, I made this video and a whole lot of you came to the comment section and begin to laugh. Honestly, this is not something to laugh or joke about, or it's not something to play with. You know, Donald Trump is somebody I have respect for. I love him so much. But there is something we all need to learn from this video, or the conversation between Donald Trump and the British Prime Minister. You know, Donald Trump asked him, can you withstand Russia alone? You know, a lot of you don't really understand this statement. A lot of you have not been able to reflect. Why was Donald Trump asking a whole great nation like that if they can't be able to withstand Russia alone? You know, Russia is not a country you can joke with. Russia is a country that is very, very much security conscious. They are very much security conscious, and that is why I always tell people that this country is one of the safest and best country in the world. But most of you really don't believe this. I don't know, like, what else to tell you about Russia, but Russia is a great nation. President Trump was so smart. Was so smart in that conversation. Because why is he saying that? Let me tell you, why is he saying that? He is saying that so that other European nations will not try to challenge Russia in this case, because he is trying to make peace agreements. And if they try to stand his way, he will have to withdraw his support. And all of you know that the NATO and the European Union cannot stand alone without the backing of the United States. All of you know this. You know, that is why he was asking, can you stand Russia alone? Because if they do any mistake, this thing escalates to other level. All of you will not like to see the videos on TikTok. All of you will not like to see the drama that we play. This is not something to joke about. I will tell you, and I'm very honest with you this Sunday, to say that Russia is not a country to play with. You know, for the most reason, most of us actually don't know when they say Russia, we only think about maybe Vladimir Putin, because he's the most popular somebody. He's the most popular figure currently in the world. But Russia is a great country in every aspect, in every area, in every aspect you think of it. You think of technology, think of infrastructure, not to talk about militarily, not to talk about it, you know. So you think about education, you think about other aspects of the economy. Look at the price of gas in Russia, prices of commodities, groceries, amidst the 24,000 or so sanctions on Russia. If the sanction on Russia is on other nations, all of you will have seen the drama. But this is what most of you don't really want to accept, you know. But we'll see. The end justifies the means. They say a child that says the mother will not sleep, he or she too will not sleep. Know this one.
You see, the West has projected themselves so much, especially in terms of colonization. They succeeded in turning the whole world to look at them. In the aspect of education, in the aspect of making the world to know that they are America, you understand? Letting everybody know that America is powerful and all that, you know. But with time, everything keep on opening. A lot of things keep unfolding, and we start finding out the truth about what is really going on in the world. This guy made a very powerful point, to be honest, because I could remember sometimes I watched Zelensky where he was interviewed. They asked him if he could say what he wanted to say, maybe in Russia, but he said, I can speak Russia. He said that he can speak Russia, but he don't want to speak Russia at that interview, right? Now, speaking of the whole thing that have been happening about this Russia-Ukrainian war, one thing I can take note of is that Russia is mild with Ukraine. Russia is easy with Ukraine. Before they even take action, they will allow Ukraine to act. Like, I keep on following the whole thing. I've been following the whole thing, but before Russia will make a move, they will always allow Ukraine to make the first move. Are you getting me? That is people that still want their neighbors. And for the fact that Ukraine is a smaller country, a neighboring country, and they are even like brothers, right? They're supposed to relate more with Russia. Let it make sense. For me, Russia is more trustworthy than the United States. That Ukraine should trust Russia more than trusting United States. Do you know the reasons? With all this thing that has happened right now, you see that the US has failed them. After the whole election, to tell you that the US is always, when it comes to election, their policies are always biased. They can change anytime. But Russia remains strong. And remain, at least, you can trust them the more. They remain faithful to their partners. Are you getting me? It is very hard for you to see Russia making enemies. But US keep on making enemies day by day. These are the people that Ukraine want to go and trust, to place their trust. Are you getting me? So it is, this guy have made a very powerful point, and I think this is very significant and important to everybody watching this video, because what is really going on? They have to make peace. Ukraine have to make peace with Russia. Russia is big. Upon all the sanction, about 24, the highest sanction on earth is placed on Russia, and Russia is still progressing. It's a great country. Undoubtedly, it's a very, very big and great country. So there's nothing there to worry about Russia losing anything. Russia is not ever going to lose. And there is no European country that can face Russia. Which other European country can face Russia without United States? Or should I even say, can NATO face Russia without United States? NATO without United States, can they face Russia? Think about this. So who is NATO? NATO is United States. It's the most powerful country in the NATO. So is it the Britain that can face Russia? Which other country? Is it Germany? Is it Italy? Most of all the resources that are in Europe right now, is Russia is the one supplying them. So it doesn't make any sense if they got to make enemy of Russia. They know this and they know the truth, but they don't want to accept it. They just want to prove their power, right? Anyway, guys, I would love to know what you think in the comment section. If it's the first time you're watching us, kindly subscribe. See you in the next video.